the management staff of Laspec. I'm not leaving out our PFAs. If you're here, say very good morning to you. Participants, a car on you. Great public servants of Lagos State. Great venue. Great public servants of Lagos State. Okay, so I read the address of the head of service, Mr. Shwai. It's a great pleasure that I'm here at this program on Contributory Pension Scheme organized by the Lagos State Pension Commission for employees of the 20 local government areas in Lagos State. Let me especially welcome everyone to this event designed to provide you with important updates to guarantee seamless processing of your retirement benefits after your exit from the state public service. Knowledge, they say, is power, and information is key. Therefore, getting the right information is very important to propelling one to success. On the strength of the aforesaid, I would like to applaud the initiative, unwavering commitment and support of Laspec for its deliberate efforts geared towards continuous sensitization and guidance of public servants in navigating the phase of retirement from the state public service smoothly. Considering the different developments that public servants might have experienced over the years, which might have resulted to changes in their current information, this exercise will provide the opportunity for such changes to be documented in Laspec as well as your pension fund administrators, in order to have an updated information that will ease processing of retirement benefits accordingly. Ladies and gentlemen, let me inform you that this extension program by Laspec is organized for 7,457 officers across the 20 local government areas of the state and is expected to run for the next 3 days. In order to save time and ensure wider coverage, this program and documentation will be done at designated centers in the 5 divisions of the state. Therefore, I urge you all to pay attention to the vital information that will be disseminated as it concerns your contributory pension scheme. At the same time, let me urge you to take full advantage of having the pension fund administrators bring their services to your doorstep. Come out en masse and update your data accordingly. On this note, let me express my profound gratitude to Mr. Governor, Mr. Abajile Sanwo-Olu, for placing premium on the well-being of the state public servants as well as the retirees, and for his continuous efforts in ensuring that our senior citizens receive their retirement benefits if they exit the service. You will agree with me that it is okay for Mr. Governor to have cleared all pension arrears. It's okay for him to look out for our welfare. Yes, thank you. But then you know that as officers, the onus is on you to ensure that we have proper documentation. Once you clear our pension, so we're going to be side that is why we are here. That is why this initiative is very laudable. And let us clap our hands for Laspec. Wọ́n fẹ́ ká dààmú láti gba ẹ̀tọ́ wa gbàdá bá fi ṣẹ́ sílẹ̀ òun ni ó fà yé. And if you are here and you are in the admin cadre, maybe you are the admin director or you work in the admin, the onus is also on you to ensure that these officers have up-to-date information in their files. That is why in the service we also hold exit interviews, exit PMPs. One check the file in the whole local TFC so that any audit query to manda owó kúrò. Kàmá ìyá ìjọba òsánwó wà wọ́n jẹ́ wá lówó ni ìjọba ti ṣe ti ẹ̀ káyìn náà kà ṣe ẹ̀ṣẹ̀ tì yín. So permit me to also appreciate the Director General of Laspec, Mr. Balala Obinana, the ED, Finance and Investment, Mr. Mwe Walsh, along members of staff of the Commission for their continued effort in creating seamless processes of remittance of retirement benefits to retirees of the state's public service. I would like to implore you not to rest on your oars, as a reward for hard work, we all know is more work. At this juncture, let me reiterate that exercise is not aimed at stressing anybody. Àfẹ́dá yìí láwọn. Kàwọn bá dààmú gbàdá bá retire, àṣeyẹ kára ní this little discomfort. However, it's an avenue to ease the process of receiving your retirement benefit as soon as you exit the public service. Thank you for your attention. However, thank you. However, before I go, I want to add 2 things to the speech of the head of service as the PS in his office. I want to say to us that processing of pension is free. Processing of pension is free. Everybody can go over buying. I had a PMP for someone recently that was doing that at one agency I will not mention. Don't go over. Anybody who want to come out of pension over you, any go for you. So processing of pension is Laspec will go over. Agency you look at the go over. Anybody can go over buying your own boss in here. Ìjọba ọdún kan wọ́n anybody at the process pension. Processing of pension is free. Now let me also say that in our office, that is in the office of head of service, we have a post-service department, and we hold bi-monthly webinars for retirees as well as those that are in the service. These webinars cut across a lot of issues. We talk about health, talk about entrepreneurial things that you can go into. How can you be an entrepreneur? Just before you leave service and after you leave service. Iṣẹ́ wo la lè ṣe tàbá kúrò service tá a lè kó fún 419. That webinar we do it I think every second Wednesday or so. I can get the director, to get across. We normally publicize it through all the platforms. But I say I want to join one or two. Àǹfààní tó wà ńbẹ̀ ó pọ̀ ju ohun tí à ń ṣe lọ. Wọ́n kọ́ wa bí nípa ìlera ara wa, ìtọ́jú ara wa, ká tó rìtáyà àti tàbá rìtáyà tán. Báwo la ṣe lè tọ́jú ara wa tá a fi ní ṣàìsàn? Lẹ́yìn pé iṣẹ́ tá a ti fi owó wa ṣe, ká bá gbẹ̀tọ́ ẹ̀, a ní fi wo àìsàn. Agbára Ọlọ́run àti owó yẹn wà àìsàn. A máa bí sí, a máa rẹ̀ sí ni. Wọ́n kọ́ wa lóríṣiríṣi nǹkan tá a lè ṣe. A ṣe lè ṣe iṣẹ́ ọ̀gbìn. Oríṣiríṣi iṣẹ́. We even have a cooperative society of retirees who are into waste to wealth. Wọ́n ṣe plastic recycling. Àná ọ̀la kọ́ wọn, wọ́n lọ ṣèrànwá lọ́wọ́ tó. Nítorí náà, mo fẹ́ rọ̀ yín wípé wẹ́bínà yẹn ẹ máa join yẹn. Ẹ má lè rìtáyà ló wà fún. Ẹ tó rìtáyà ká kọ́ àwọn ọkọ̀ kéékèèké tá a máa lò àwa rìtáyà tán. On that note, let me say thank you very much for listening and God bless you.
I think the head of service deserves the round of applause and standing ovation too. Thank you so much, man. Aṣojú òṣìṣẹ́ àgbà ní olórí òṣìṣẹ́ ní ìpínlẹ̀ Èkó, wọ́n ti rán mi ní iṣẹ́, pàápàá jùlọ wọ́n ti pè mí níjà. Torí wípé wọ́n ti wò wípé ọ̀gbẹ́ni Gẹ̀ẹ́sì ló kàn sọ látàárọ̀. Láì fi àkókò ṣòfò, mo mọ̀ pé gbogbo àni a ti gbọ́ nǹkan tí wọ́n bá wa sọ. Ohun tí wọ́n tún sọ náà, wọ́n tún ṣe àfikún ni lórí nǹkan tí akọ̀wé àgbà ti ilé-iṣẹ́ tí mójútó òṣìṣẹ́ ìjọba tí wọ́n bá wa sọ, pàápàá jùlọ iléeṣẹ́ tó mójútó ìfẹ̀yìntì àwọn sísanwó ìfẹ̀yìntì àwọn òṣìṣẹ́. Ohun tí wọ́n sọ náà ni pé ìdánilẹ́kọ̀ọ́ yìí wáyé láti rí wípé gbogbo wa la mọ̀ tó tọ́ àti ohun tó yẹ kí a ṣe kí a tó fẹ̀yìntì. Torí wípé wọ́n rí wípé nínú ìrírí sí wọn wípé nígbà tí àwọn ìjọba gbé fáìlì wa, pàápàá jùlọ àwọn tó jẹ́ láti ìjọba ìbílẹ̀, àwọn tó jẹ́ akọ̀wé tó máa ń yẹ̀wò owó ìyẹn wọn ọ́dítọ̀, wọ́n máa ń rí pé kùjẹkùjẹ máa ń pọ̀, pàápàá jùlọ láti ẹ̀ka tó jẹ́ ti ìjọba ìbílẹ̀. Wọ́n ṣe kó yẹ kí a pè wá kí a ṣàlàyé àwọn ọ̀pọ̀ fún wa nínú ìlànà tuntun náà. Pàápàá jùlọ èmi náà mo rí ìrírí kan nígbà tí mo wà ní iléeṣẹ́ office head of service. Bàbá kan wá níjọ́ náà lọ wípé nítorí ọ̀rọ̀ pension yìí ni bàbá yẹn ti lọ lẹ́yìn ọdún kan lẹ́sìn ìwúyẹ̀ wáyé pé òun fẹ́ gba letter of indebtedness ní Aláùsá. Gẹ́gẹ́ bí aṣọ letter of service ṣe sọ, àwa tá a wà tó jẹ́ pé ojúṣe wa ni láti rí i pé a tọ́ àwọn ẹlẹgbẹ́ wa sọ́nà lórí àwọn tó yẹ kí wọ́n mú wá nígbà ọ̀gá bàbá ṣe ti fẹ́ rìtáyà, bàbá ṣe ti fẹ́ rìtáyà, àwọn nǹkan báyìí lọ́ máa nílò, nǹkan báyìí, nǹkan báyìí, nǹkan báyìí. Mo mọ̀ ló pọ́pọ̀ nínú wọn gbà mí mọ̀ bóyá ó yẹ ká mọ̀ wípé oṣù mẹ́fà ká tó di bá fẹ̀yìntì rẹ̀ ká ti kọ̀wé síjọba pé nígbà tó bá di oṣù bíá December la wà yìí bóyá à ń lọ ní May next year ó yẹ ká ti kọ́ lẹ́tà wá sí wípé ìjọba o tó bá di May 2025 kọ́ máa fẹ̀yìntì lẹ́nu iṣẹ́ ìjọba o. Ìyọ̀ bí ìgbé torí pé ti kọ́ lẹ́tà ní December ikú wọn ní sọ sálára yìí títí di May yẹn o. Ṣùgbọ́n pé ti fi tó wọn létí gbogbo nǹkan tó yẹ kí ẹ ṣe gbogbo tó yẹ kí fáìlì yìí lọ wọ́n á ti mọ̀ tí àgbàdo máa fi dé Laspec ìrọ̀rùn ló máa bá dé. Àwọn ọmọ tó máa ń pàṣẹ máa dàbí pé mo ti lọ ní 2020 ìjọba ò tí ì sanwó mi ní 2021 kì í ṣe ìjọba gẹ́gẹ́ bí àwọn ọmọ bí díjì Laspec àti head of service ṣe sọ àwa náà á nípa láti kó láti jẹ́ pé kí ni ẹ̀ ó múrọ̀ gbà àti ìjọba àti àwa náà. Ọ̀pọ̀ ń wa ẹ̀mú lọ ní May next year àti wọn máa kọ̀wé May. Ó tẹ̀ kí lẹ́tà wa ti lọ́wọ́ tó bá ti tẹ́ bá kọ̀wé bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn lóyá Government Service Commission àtàwéka Mr. Adébáyọ̀ àti ìwé ìgbẹ́ ẹ̀ lọ ẹ̀kọ́ oríire o. Lẹ́yìn yẹn ẹ máa lọ gba lẹ́tà báyìí wá lẹ́tà báyìí tó mi ìgbà car refurbishment loan mi ìgbà shares mi ìgbà housing loan sọ́dà tí wọ́n kó ẹ̀ tí ẹ̀ bá ti kúrò gbogbo àwọn iléeṣẹ́ yìí wọ́n ti kókà wọ́n ń lọ gbogbo yẹn ló máa ti jẹ́ kí gbogbo ẹ̀ kó bọ́ sí ìrọ̀rùn fún wa. Tó ní ìdí èyí gbogbo àwọn tó máa ṣe sọ̀rọ̀ lórí gbogbo nǹkan yìí wọ́n wà níbí lónìí. Tó ìdí pàtàkì tí a fi wá síbí nìyẹn. Olórí òṣìṣẹ́ yẹn ti gbá wa lójú wípé lóòótọ́ gómìnà ti fi pé gbogbo àwọn tó já gbèsè tó wà nílẹ̀ wọ́n ti san. Tó nísìnyí kan tí ìjọba ń ṣe sí pé bẹ́ẹ̀ bá ṣe ń lọ tí gbogbo eyín tó ti sí tó nìkan kọ́ ọkàn nínú bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe ń lọ lágbọ́dọ̀ Ọlọ́run wọ́n pẹ́ ju iye oṣù kan bóyá ẹ̀kọ́ owó yìí. Nǹkan tí ìjọba ń dúdọ̀ láti ṣe sí ní ilẹ̀. Ìdílé ìjọ ti gbèwà lẹ́yìn pé ẹ̀jẹ̀ kí gbogbo akó lè fi wa. Kì í ṣe ìjọba ló ń fa ìfàsẹ́yìn. Bí kò ṣe pé ìpínlẹ̀ ìjọba ó létò ìwé wà nílẹ̀ tá a máa wò. Òkè ẹni yìí ọdún wo ló wọṣẹ́? Òkè ló ti ṣiṣẹ́ báyìí ló ṣe ṣe gbogbo àwọn ọmọ bẹ́ẹ̀ lọ́ máa wò. Tí àtijọba ò ní jẹ yín lówó, ẹ̀yin náà ní jẹ ìjọba lówó. Ṣùgbọ́n tí àwọn gbogbo kíní ẹ̀rísìn náà kan máa sọ dáàdì Saheed wọ́n ti lọ ní 2023 wọ́n ti sọ wọ́n ti sí. Dáàdì Saheed yóò ṣe àwọn nǹkan tó yẹ kó ṣe láti rí wípé gbogbo ẹ̀ ó lọ sí ó bọ́ sí ìrọ̀rùn fún wọn. Ọlọ́run ràn wá lọ́wọ́. Wọ́n sì rọ̀ wá wípé gbogbo tí a kọ́ lé lè kì í ṣe báwa nìkan àti fáwọn òyìnbó àwọn ẹlẹgbẹ́ wa lè kù níbi iṣẹ́ wa ká sọ fún wọn. Wọ́n ní iṣẹ́ tá à ń ṣe lónìí pé kì í ṣe nígbà yìí nìkan o káàkiri ẹ̀ka tó wà ní ìpínlẹ̀ Èkó tá a mọ̀ sí ìbílẹ̀ ìyẹn ní Ìkẹjà, Badagry, Lagos Island, Ìkòròdú. Láti máa ṣe irú kan báyìí fún oníkálukú wa láti rí i pé àmúdílé àmúdélé délẹ̀ ṣe pé oníkálukú jẹ́ yàtọ̀ sí fún ìdánilẹ́kọ̀ọ́ wọ́n ní gbogbo àwọn ìyípadà díẹ̀díẹ̀ tó ti tó kí ní 2007 láti bẹ̀rẹ̀ nípínlẹ̀ Èkó. Wọ́n ti sọ̀rọ̀ àwọn nǹkan díẹ̀díẹ̀ ti wà tẹ̀lé torí bí ìlú ṣe ń dàgbà sí bẹ́ẹ̀ ni oríṣiríṣi ìdàgbàsókè máa dé bá. Wọ́n ní ètò yìí àwọn ìyípadà díẹ̀díẹ̀ àtúnṣe díẹ̀díẹ̀ ó ti dé bá. Wọ́n ti kó àgbà bẹ̀rẹ̀ bí 7.5 ìjọba 7.5 ní òṣìṣẹ́. Ṣùgbọ́n nísìnyí àwọn ìyípadà díẹ̀díẹ̀ náà ti wà bẹ́ẹ̀. Ìjọba ti fi kún tiwa náà wọ́n ti fi kún díẹ̀. So gbogbo nǹkan bẹ́ẹ̀ náà aláti mọ̀. Then wọ́n náà àwọn pension administrators wa wọ́n gbogbo wa ọ̀nà máa wà bí kalẹ̀ tó bá tó yé wa wọ́n á láyé wa wọ́n tẹ̀ ká ṣe àṣe. So wọ́n dẹ̀ rẹ̀ pé iléeṣẹ́ olórí òṣìṣẹ́ ní ìpínlẹ̀ Èkó a ní ẹ̀ka kan tí à ń pè ní post service department. Ìyẹn ló tó gbé àwọn ẹ̀ka tó jẹ́ pé ẹ̀ka yẹn ló máa ń mójútó àwọn tó jẹ́ pé òṣìṣẹ́ wa ni wọ́n ṣùgbọ́n wọ́n ti fẹ̀yìntì. Ṣùgbọ́n tí wọ́n ti fẹ̀yìntì yẹn kò ṣe pé kàkà gbé wọn. Wọ́n sì àwọn èèyàn wá sí ni wọ́n torí pé ìpínlẹ̀ Èkó lè ní Èkó dé àwọn náà wọ́n nípa ibi tí wọ́n kó wọ́n ní tòun táwọn náà bá rí ìtayà àwa náà wà lẹ́tọ̀ọ́ láti jẹ láti gbogbo tó tọ́ àti tó yẹ tí ẹ̀ka yẹn ń ṣe fún àwọn tó fẹ̀yìntì máa ṣe fáwa náà pé ọjọ́ ìbí yìí wọ́n á pè yín láàárọ̀ wọ́n á kí yín ẹ̀bùn wà fún yín lọ́jọ́ ìbí wọ́n lè fi ránṣẹ́ wọ́n lè fi tẹ̀bálẹ́yàn tó wà láláùsá bí ọmọ yín wà láláùsá àbúrò wà láláùsá wọ́n á fi ránṣẹ́. Bẹ́ẹ̀ dẹ̀ lọ ní sì bá pa ń sí i wọ́n ní iṣẹ́ tó tẹ̀lé àti rìtáyà lọ jókòó pé àwọn nǹkan kan wà tá a lè ṣe jẹ́ pé wọ́n ń dáni lẹ́kọ̀ọ́ bá ṣe lè ṣiṣẹ́ ọ̀gbìn bá ṣe ṣiṣẹ́ pọ́tírì ẹja ní ẹlẹ́dẹ̀ gbogbo ẹ̀ ló ń kọ́ wọn wọ́n ní wẹ́bínà kan ibẹ̀ náà máa ń kọ́ wọn lóṣooṣù nínú kan máa ń sọ àwọn àtàwọn ẹni iṣẹ́ náà wọ́n ní ká jà àǹfààní ẹ̀ wọ́n lè gbàdá bá ti rìtáyà nìkan láti máa ń gbà òkè tó sì bá jẹ́ lọ sí ìta bá ṣe wá sí a lè máa jà àǹfààní ẹ̀ ọlọ́run gbogbo wa lọ́wọ́. So on this note, without taking much of our time, I would like to invite, because you know the head of service is always on top and is the right man of the government. Anytime head of service say go àwọn èèyàn bí kọ́, so we want to excuse the president of the head of service. So now take the vote of thanks. After the vote of thanks, we take the photo session. They will now go to the business of the day. So on this note, I'd like to invite the executive director of finance and investment, Mr. Olumiwa Oshi, to please move the vote of thanks.
Head of service of the most vibrant service whole of Nigeria, Mr. Shuaib Olabode, ably represented this morning our dearest sister, our most dearest sister, Permanent Secretary, Public Service Office. We call her Auntie Suki, Mrs. Sukwan. Our dear brother, partner, and as we have been Christian this morning by the two musketeers, my dear brother, Director General, Lagos State Pension Commission, Mr. Bola Obila. My colleagues seated on the high table, all the directors, the Lagos State Pension Commission, EJOYs of the Pension Commission. I also recognize the presence of our dear facilitators from our pension fund administrator, from Trust Fund, welcome their staff. And most importantly, our special guest this morning, each and every one of you seated here this morning, I say a big welcome to you all.
Thank you, sir.
All my colleagues in the Lagos State Pension Commission, I say welcome to each and every one of you. First of all, I would like us to give thanks to the Most High God who has preserved each and every one of us to be present here this morning. It's not by our power, neither is it by our might. We have not woken up this morning because an alarm clock woke us up. He said, try placing an alarm clock beside the dead man. If it rings 1 million times, will you wake up? So this morning, we want to return all the thanks and glory to our Almighty Father, who has preserved us, brought us up this morning. We're all dressed gay, looking fine, in good health, and has brought us to congregate here this morning. To God be all the glory and honor. We also want to thank our action governor, Mr. Babajide Olusola Sanwo-Olu, who has been an exemplar in terms of performance, particularly for us in the pension industry. It has been enumerated here this morning how we have been in the forefront of pension administration in the entire federation. All this would not have been possible without having a governor who is Mr. Tokandu. I want us to give a standing ovation to our executive governor, Mr. Babajide. Gómìnà dáadáa ni gómìnà wa. Gómìnà dáadáa ni gómìnà wa. I thank each and every one of our facilitators for being here this morning to take you through this session. And I implore each and every one of us to carefully listen to them so that our coming here this morning will be beneficial and meaningful to each and every one of us. I would like to thank every one of you for taking out time here this morning. And I assure you, you will leave here this morning enriched and empowered to ensure that your retirement will be stress-free and it will be beneficial to you. Welcome and thank you.
Thank you very much, sir. On this note, we have a short break as we take the photo session. Yes. Okay. Okay. Yes, ma'am. So let's have the what can we have just the TG? Okay. The front first row here. Okay, all right. Okay. Thank you. Okay, second batch. Thank you very much. On this note, I'd like to thank the representative of the head of service, the permanent secretary public service office, Mr. Bola. I wish to inform every one of us that this program is being live streamed on www.facebook.com/follow LASG. So this program is on Facebook at present, so you can just join us on Facebook for this program. Once again, I welcome every one of us. I'm sure that we are all ready to listen. And please, where you have questions, just jot your questions down, as there's going to be a session for question and answer where you can seek further clarification. In fact, seasoned pension administrators who are here to talk to us on the various aspects of contributory pension scheme and also what are expected of us in preparing for our retirement. It is loaded, and I'm sure that, as we always say, that we go back not like we came here, we're going back fully loaded with a lot of information regarding the contributory pension scheme. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I think we need to start this workshop now. I would like to invite from the Trust Fund Pensions, Mr. Billy Osizua, to make his presentation on the CPS. So please let's dance together for him, please. Mr. Billy, please.
Good morning, everyone. My fathers and my mothers and everyone here present. My name is Billy Osazua. Yes, I know. When my brother was presenting Yoruba, I was just jealous of him. If I could speak my language like him, I would be top of the form. He was really good at it. So for me, I'm going to communicate in the language that everybody understands. I will be mixing so that you get the understanding. I'm here representing the pension fund administrators, the people that keeps your pension, and then to sensitize you briefly about some of the highlights in the industry, some of the benefits that you are supposed to get even as you are working and then when you retire. A lot of you receive alerts from your PFAs as paid by Laspec or as paid by Lagos State Government. Some of you don't even know what it means. Some people receive and delete, and a lot of people don't even care. But I'm here to tell you that you should be conscious of what your alert states. If they send you alert and the name they address you with is not correct, that is supposed to be a red flag to you. I'm working on why are they addressing me as Baby Shola instead of Baby Sola. Some of all these things you should take cognizance of it currently. now that you are still working, able and Ija. You are doing your birthday or your birthday has come. PFA did not send you birthday at that date. They are sending you another month. You didn't see it as an issue. Say, there's no problem now. It's still birthday. No. They are telling you that that is the date they have in their records. That is the date they have in their record. So you need to look and say, Kilo Shele, that is not the date I was born. You know, some people miss day and month. The year can be correct. Do you understand? So some of all these things you need to know so that you will not be carried away by such problem, because some of your colleagues that have retired, some of the challenges, very few challenges they face is some of these issues I've mentioned. So in the industry, notice when my brother was speaking just now, I know he mentioned 7.5%. I heard it in Yoruba when he was mentioning 7.5%. I want to believe that he was talking about the pension scheme. In those days when the pension scheme started, it was 7.5% employee, 7.5% employer. But as I said, amendment has come. In 2014, when President Goodluck Jonathan was president, it was reviewed upward that the employees cannot do 8%, while the employer do 10%. So if you check your statement of account, it is now 8%, 10%. So that has been amended. So if you are still getting equal, then something is wrong. So you need to correct that at the moment. When the pension scheme started, the law says that it is only those who have 5 employees and above that can join. But the law in 2023, 2014, was also repealed to say if you have 3 employees in your organization, you can also join the pension scheme as it is now. When President Buhari was ruling, they added what we call the micro pension. Micro pension means those of our fathers and mothers who are not working in a formalized sector. You now you work with local government. There are those mama that sells very close to the local government that have shops. They can also join the pension scheme as we speak now. They can be doing their own contribution, a minimum of 2,000 naira. They are supposed to be part of the pension scheme. So President Muhammad Buhari inaugurated that, and it was flagged up in 2019. Now, if you leave the pension scheme or where you are working because of the Japa syndrome, a lot of people are leaving. Young boys want to Japa, they want to leave, they don't want to stay in Nigeria anymore. Everybody have their reasons. Now, the law is saying that if you leave where you are working, can you still collect this money that you have contributed? The law says yes. But you must have waited 4 months after you leave if you are below the age of 50 years. Hello? Are you getting me? If your age is below 50 and suddenly your brother in America said, my dear, please come over. I have a better place for you. You know you are going to resign from the local government. If you resign from the local government, clear yourself from the bureau and the commission, clear yourself that you are not owing, clear yourself from the local government, you travel 4 months after, you can apply from abroad to take 25% of your money. However, before you leave, ensure you have done what we call data recapture with your PFA. What did I say? So data recapture means update your record. You are aware, I know a lot of you have been going for data recapture. Ensure your record is updated. Why will your record be updated? Some of you, when you joined local government, you were young ladies, young guys, you were not married. Now, things have increased or things have changed. You are not married. But some of you have forgotten to go back to the PFA that I am no longer Miss, I am now Mrs. Please update my record. How do you do that? Come with your newspaper publication, come with your affidavit, come with your marriage certificate, and do a letter. And then your employer, the local government you work with, which you have written to before, that my name is no longer Miss this. It has changed to Mrs. This. They've also accepted and written to you. Come with those documents, and we will also have the same record with you. Not until you travel, you will not start changing it. The bureaucracy will be very tough. Do the changes now. Another reason why we do update is because people's age somehow change due to circumstances in Nigeria. Yes, bear with me. Bear with me. Some people, when they are looking for a job, they say this job is meant for the ages of people between the age of 25 and 30. Even though you are 32, you become 27. Because you need the job. Especially when your face is still very fresh, nobody can tell. And so, a lot of us, when we went to do this national identity, a lot of us use our correct age. But unfortunately, we have forgotten that the age we use with the PFA was the doctored age. So what PENCOM is saying is that you need to update your record, streamline them. And PENCOM is saying it is only the record of NIMS, National Identity Management, that is sacrosanct, is superior. So whatever you have written there, your name and your date of birth is sacrosanct. That is the one that will be used. But if you feel that what you have in NIMSI is not correct, then you go to NIMSI and do correction, which I think the charge between 20 to 30 or 50, it can take you time, but they will do it for you. So why am I saying this? You are still correctly working. You are young by the grace of God. Any mistake, correct it now with your PFA. Because even if you do not correct it now with your PFA, even if God decides to say, okay, my daughter, my son, come home, you have left a problem for your beneficiary to pursue. Correct your record. Let your record be the same. In fact, there is somebody that I can speak to you now. I feel has caused her problem for 6 months. Her name is maybe Moses Dash John. That dash alone is a problem. It has been a problem now for 6 months. So she just went back now to a bank and they swore affidavit and they now corrected it from her BVN to remove the dash. Then she will now come back again to start the process all through. So what is the sequence of your name? Abdullahi, Abdulatif, Bemisola. That is your name. If it is not correct spelled with the PFA, go and check it now and correct it. Don't be saying that don't mind them. Don't mind them. Please mind us. Because time is coming, you'll be visiting these PFAs and you may not have that strength that you used to have as it is right now. So, ladies and gentlemen, that is one of the things that I want you to understand, that your date of birth is very, very important. Another thing that is very important in this pension scheme is your next of kin or beneficiary. When you were filling the form, a lot of you wrote, I'm writing my mother. Now your mother has since gone. You refuse to change it. Do you understand what I'm saying now? Some people, because of love, wrote their boyfriend. Yes, we have records. We have records. We have records. We had a man who was contributing. And when he married, he forgot to change to his wife. He wrote, because when he married, he was in love. He put the girlfriend's name. Yes. And when they continued dating, even when he was married. And then death came suddenly. I'm saying this because it happens. And he died. And so when the wife got to us and said, I want to apply for my husband's money, they said, what is your name? And they checked the record. Who is Felicia Johnson? Madam said, I know that person. My name is Mrs. So. How do we do it? We have to call that lady. And she came. And when she came, we said, this man is late, you are the next of kin. Because next of kin is for information. May not necessarily be the beneficiary. So, madam, but as long as her name is there, she must consent that she is aware. And so when she came, she said, thank you very much. The wife was there, and he apologized to the wife. He said, very sorry. The husband was good to me, I know, but I'm not interested in his form. I will sign the consent that they should pay to you. I was doing this presentation in those states, and as I was saying it, somebody said, that girl that you see, an old generation girl. If you are this new generation girl, it's not going to be. They must say they will share from it. I say, well, it is something that said. So, ladies and gentlemen, your next of kin and beneficiary is very important. Go back to your PFA. Go and check who you wrote there. Go back to your PFA. Who did you wrote there, or who is the person? There is a woman I was talking to. Maybe I got to this point, she started crying. I said, why are you crying? I said, the son I used there has died. So he's not thinking of who else to use, because the second son has a very bad attitude. So he doesn't want to use the second son. I met a woman, I said, why are you not using your husband? I said, no, God forbid. This woman I said, like my wife, husband, I do like this. So I will not be able to put him in. So I said, madam, put whoever you want. So it is your choice to know who you want to put as your next of kin. But please take note, your next of kin is not necessarily your beneficiary. Do you understand that? The next of kin in our record is for us to contact if the person is no longer alive. I say, excuse me, sir, your name was used. Then the person is supposed to now contact the people that will be the beneficiary of the funds. The beneficiary are the people to take over the estate of that person if the person died intestate. So, ladies and gentlemen, it's very important. I've mentioned age, I've mentioned name, and I've mentioned next of kin or beneficiary. They are very important. Take it seriously. We have so many examples that we can tell you. Take it very seriously. Don't say this money very small. It is your money, even if it's one couple. Take it seriously. Now, I want to also tell you something that you need to know. When Bank started this pension scheme, it was two fund types that we had. We had the active RSA fund type, and we have the retiree fund type. Active and retired, just two funds. So it means if you are working, you are in the active. If you are retired, you move to the retiree section. So this younger generation said, no, I am working in local government. My father is also working in local government. I'm a young person. You cannot take my money and my father's money. My father is 50 something. I'm just 20 something or 30. You can't take our money, both of our money, and invest it in the same portfolio, and you expect me to be happy. I'm a new generation person. I can, do better than my father. Okay, Bank said, no problem. We're going to change this fund type into different categories. So please, I want you to pay attention. We have fund 1, we have fund 2, we have fund 3, fund 4, fund 5, and fund 6. I'm going to explain to you individually what these funds carry. The first one is fund 1. What are the characteristics of the people that should be in fund 1? Number 1, these people must be between the age of 18 years and 49 years by choice. The people that will be in fund 1 must be 18 years to 49 years by choice, by their own choice. What are the other characteristics? These persons still have about 25 years or 30 years to still work. So you just join the service. You still have 25 to 30 years to still work. This person is saying that take a maximum of 75% of my money and put it in variable assets, that is stock. Trade with it, 75%, just put only 25 on fixed. This person is a risk taker. He's an aggressive person. He's risk. He likes to take risks. He believes that anything can kill a man. That is, he believes that anything can kill a man. So I always use this Ikorodu Expressway to give an example. If he wants to cross the road because he's a risk taker, he just look this way and look this way and cross. You that is standing, you say, he has crossed. He succeeds and do what he wants to do and comes back. So that is the person in fund 1. Now, fund 2. Fund 2 is made up of people that are between the ages of 18 and 49 years by default. The first one was by choice. This one is by what? Default. So if you are here, you are between the ages of 18 and 49. Check your alert that you have been receiving. You are in fund 2. Check it from all the PFA. They wrote it there. After sending you the amount, they will say you are in fund 2. You have it. All of you have it. So you are in fund 2. Those who are below 50 or 49 years to 18, you are in fund 2 by default. What are the other characteristics of this fund type? This person that is in fund 2 saying that 55% of my money should be on variable assets. Use 55% maximum. to trade in Nigeria Stock Exchange and all these assets. But 45, keep it on fixed because I don't know of really day. Things might not be what it is, so balance it up. So this particular person is a balanced risk taker. He knows that something must kill a man, but he doesn't want to kill himself. Hello? So he believes something will kill a man, but he doesn't want to kill himself. So he wants to remain in the middle. So it's a balanced risk taker. And as a balanced risk taker, I use the example again of Ikorodu. If he wants to cross the road, it looks like this. It looks like this. Something tell him again. It looks again. It looks again before crossing. The first man only looked once and crossed. It's a risk taker. But this man said, no, I know something will kill me, but what will kill me. So it looked like this before he crossed. Are you getting that now? Now I go to Fund 3. Fund 3 is meant for people who are 50 years and above. They are in Fund 3. Hello? If you know you are in Fund 3, that means you are 50 years and above. By default, it's not by your choice, it's by default. Immediately you cross 50, you are moved to Fund 3. PFA will move you to Fund 3. What are the other characteristics? This person just get like 10 to 15 years to retire. They are seeing life, at least, as far as he or she is concerned. It's not a risk taker, it's a conservative person. So if he is that person that wants to cross that road, even if you hold a hand, as far as he's seeing the car coming, he will draw a hand from you. They will not follow you. They will not follow you. He is still telling you that, see, you know they see what to do. But the young man is not seeing it because the young man can move fast. Do you understand what I'm saying now? So he is a conservative person. So he's saying that only take 20% of my money, 20, and invest it in fixed variable assets. Keep 80 as fixed. I know that the return is strong, but I don't want too much return. Just, you know, I'm going to retirement. So he's a conservative person. Then, Fund 4 is meant for our senior colleagues, retirees. They have already retired. They are getting monthly pension. So, how you invest their money is not their concern. So, they are just saying use 5% to 10% for investment. That is for variable assets. If 90, so that I will still be getting something. So, they are very conservative as well. Fund 5 is meant for our informal sector. Those women that sell along the road, those organizations that have 3 employees and below, they are the ones that use micro pension fund 5. The last fund type is Fund 6. Fund 6 is what we call the ethical fund type. What did I call it? Ethical fund type. It is based on your religious inclination. You are saying that, see, PENCOM allows this money to be invested in different things that bring the return on investment. But according to your religion, according to your faith, your money is not supposed to be invested in alcohol, invested in pornography, invested in gambling. Because those places are where the returns are coming up more. You say, no, I don't want my money to be used there because by my religious faith, I am spreading those particular vices according to your faith. So the Lord has said, okay, because of your religious inclination, you can move from Fund 1, Fund 2, Fund 3, and move straight to Fund 6 because of your religion. Do you understand what I've said now? I did this presentation somewhere, one private organization, so I just came out and said they want to move to Fund 6. I said, no problem, it's based on your religious conviction. So that is what PENCOM has done. Now, let me explain something to you. Anybody in Fund 1 is by choice. But anybody in Fund 2 is by default. Fund 2 is allowed to move to Fund 1. Can you hear me? Hello? As long as the person is still within the ages of 18 and 49 by default, you will say, I want to move to Fund 1 so that I will enjoy more returns. Because Fund 1 have greater returns because you are saying that you use bigger of your funds to be trading. Are you getting that? So you can move from Fund 2 to Fund 1. Now, the person in Fund 3 can move to Fund 2 but cannot move to Fund 1.
Did you get that? Anybody that is just trusting 50 and you are moved to Fund 3, quickly meet your PFA. Move me back to Fund 2. But cannot be allowed to move to Fund 1. Can somebody ask me why? Because the person that is above 50 may not have the heart to move to Fund 1 because the fund is trading and oscillating. You can gain 100,000 today. By next week, it drop by 80, and your heart will just say, hey. So the company, Pencom said, no, allow the person to be in Fund 2. Are you getting it now? There's only the 2 places I've done this presentation that I was attacked. That was the loot. One woman that is above 50 said, why will government cage her in 3? She wants to go to Fund 1 because she's a risk taker. I said, madam, you are few in this country. You are few because I don't know how many people want to move because Fund 1, it grows. It grows. All the PFA has Fund 1, it grows. But when there is this stock, there is depletion, see the percentage also is affected. It will not affect your capital. It's just the return on investment that is associated. But a lot of people will not be able to take it. Another point you should know currently for those of you that are working, that still have more than 3 years to work, is that you can currently use 25% of your contribution to get what we call equity mortgage. As you are working currently, from your PFA, you can meet them that you want to use 25% of your money. Are you getting it now? That you want to use it to buy a house, or yes, to buy a house. That's what the law says. But you need to meet your PFA to guide you on the process as you are currently working. Those people that can be able to apply are people that have more than 3 years to still work. The person have done data recapture. Are you following me? The person have done data recapture. Then the person must have contributed for 60 months, which is 5 years. So whatever million you have, you can take 25% currently now as you are working, then towards acquiring property. That's what the law says. It started since last year, February, and people have been applying for it. So visit your PFA, say you want to know more, you want to apply for this mortgage stuff. There is something that just came up recently. That was last week. I'm sure a lot of you saw the circular from Pencom. It's meant for your colleagues and also for you that is about to retire. Pencom has said that because the federal government has approved the 70,000 minimum wage, automatically anybody that is to retire or our brothers that have retired, their monthly pension lower than 23,333 have 2 choices. Either to continue to be receiving the same money they are earning as monthly pension, or they should visit the PFA and collect their balance as M block. I should come again. Money. Okay. The circular just came up last week. You know, the president has approved the minimum wage to be 70,000. You know, when we say president, you know, Nigeria, anything coming from the president is like a fiat. Even though the Lagos State may have done 80, they have done different amounts, it is still the federal template they still use. So what we are saying is that before now, minimum wage was 30,000. And the law says that anybody that comes to apply for his pension, he has retired, he wants to apply for his money. If you have paid the person lump sum, what we call gratuity, and you have paid him the lump sum, the balance that is remaining, if it cannot pay 1/3 of 30,000 naira, if the balance remaining cannot guarantee you pay 1/3 of that 30,000 naira for the person for life, you are paying him that money. If he cannot guarantee you paying 1/3 is 10,000 naira. It means that if we cannot pay 10,000 naira to that person as monthly pension, maybe the money is lower, let the person collect his money and the account is closed. That's what is happening currently. So now that it has been jacked up to 70,000, 1/3 of 70,000 is 23,333.33. The law is now saying if the current person that is already on pension, that was even lower than 15,000 or 18,000, he now has a choice to come to his PFA to say, okay, now that the new minimum wage is now going up, and what I was earning is lower that the government will demolish 23,000, he has a choice to say, okay, I don't want you to be paying me monthly pension, gather the balance and pay me. That's what I'm saying now. Do you understand now? So then the person will go and visit the PFAs, and then the PFAs will, educate him or her the more. Do you understand? It is his choice. That's what the law says we should tell you. It is your choice. Are you getting it now? And you may feel that if you take all the money, you will go and use less. Because okay, say they pay me monthly pension, but it's your choice. So we are saying that the money that is lower than 23,000, this thing just came out last week. I just want you to know the circular just came out last week, and they have told us to tell our colleagues. So some of you have your colleagues that have retired, and the monthly pension is very small, and you can advise the person if the person wants to collect all his money or he wants to be allowing it to be coming monthly like that. So generally, these are the things I just want you to know. There are different ways of collecting your funds. When you retire, you can visit PFA. There is what we call 25%. There's what we call lump sum. And there is also what they call annuity, because the insurance angle was added to it that when you are exiting, you have a choice. Remain with the PFA that has been managing you to do program withdrawal, or you choose to go to insurance or annuity. We are to also teach you both ways so that when you are exiting, you make a choice. So, ladies and gentlemen, I just wanted to highlight some of all these few things to do because my time is up. If you have any question, you can engage me. But I want to appeal to you. Take your pension seriously. What did I say? Because a lot of us go to hospital, they tell us to check. But unfortunately, none of us do pension check. We should do pension check. Yes, I'm serious. You are actively working now. Look at some of our fathers that are on the street. They were working in the 70s. They were working in the 60s. There's some of them now nothing to show for. What am I saying? Don't be like them. Let us learn from their mistakes. So thank you very much, and God bless you.
Thanks so much, Mr. Bide, for that wonderful presentation. Very, very educative and very, very lively and true. However, I'll just take highlights of the presentation in Yoruba for some of my mommies and my daddies who may not really understand those things. Ohun tí wọ́n bá wa sọ, wọ́n tó kọ̀ ṣe pàtàkì níbẹ̀ ni máa mẹ́nu bà. Orí nítorí pé gbogbo àná ló yí wa yékéyéké. Ṣùgbọ́n màá kọ́ àwọn tó jẹ́ gbòógì nínú nǹkan tí wọ́n bá wa sọ. Màá tún fẹ́ rán wa létí láti jẹ́ kó yé wa dáadáa. Àwọn tí máa ṣe atúntún rẹ̀ jùlọ ni àwọn tó kọ́ bá wa sọ ní ìbẹ̀rẹ̀ pẹ̀pẹ̀ tó ní í ṣe pẹ̀lú wípé ètò tí à ń sọ yìí gbogbo ala ti wà nínú ẹ̀. Fún àǹfààní àwọn tó ti wà níbẹ̀ náà ó yẹ kọ́ mọ̀. Ṣùgbọ́n àwọn nǹkan tó ṣe pàtàkì ni wípé tó jẹ́ kó máa ń dá wàhálà sílẹ̀ tó máa ń fa ìfàsẹ́yìn láti rí wípé a ti rí àwọn ẹ̀tọ́ wa gbà pàápàá jùlọ owó wa wọ́n lè ká sọ. Wọ́n ní àkọ́kọ́ lóṣooṣù a máa ń gba text message àtẹ̀ránṣẹ́ láti àwọn ilé-iṣẹ́ tó ń bójútó owó wa ìyẹn PFAs wa. Wọ́n ní ẹ̀ka ṣe pàtàkì àwọn ọmọ méjì tàbí mẹ́ta kan ní ẹ̀ka ká ṣàkíyèsí ẹ̀. Wọ́n ní àkọ́kọ́ òní orúkọ wa. Pàápàá jùlọ àwa tí a jẹ́ Yorùbá. Ìtumọ̀ nípa àwa tí a jẹ́ Yorùbá ni wípé ẹlòmíì jẹ́ Adéṣọlá. Níbo ni wọ́n lè kọ SOLA. Ẹlòmíì Adéṣọlẹ̀ ó ń lo H. So tí ẹ bá jẹ́ H ní ti yín tí wọn ò fi sínú text message tó ń send sí àbí email tẹ́ ẹ̀ gbà ẹ ti pàkíyèsí wọn sí wípé Adéṣọlá tèmi ó ní H o. Tó bá jẹ́ Adéṣọlá tí kò ní H ẹ sọ fún pé Adéṣọlá tèmi kò ní H nítorí pé Adéṣọlá Adéwùmí Adébáyọ̀ tó ní H wọ́n máa tó bá jọ́dọ̀ àwọn PFAs báyìí bàtẹ́ fẹ́ sanwó àbí báńkì wọ́n máa yàtọ̀ sí Adéṣọlá tí ò ní H. Wọ́n máa ní pé èèyàn ọ̀tọ̀ọ̀tọ̀ ni wọ́n. ìdí ni tọ́jú mẹ́rin bá nìkan pé tó bá jẹ́ bẹ́ẹ̀ aláti pàkíyèsí PFA wá sí ẹ̀ka tó wà lọ sí ká lọ sí NIN ká lọ sí site ìyẹn wọn ní pé torí pé tí NIN yẹn gbọ́ngàn láti wípé ìdánilójú pàtàkì nìyẹn. Adésínà tí H bá wà níbẹ̀ tí ọba ìtàn sẹ̀nsẹ̀ tó bá sí H níbẹ̀ jẹ́ kó mọ̀ wípé Adésínà tiẹ̀ kò ní H Adésínà tèmi ó ní H ẹlòmíì jẹ́ Akínwùmí Wùmí kì í ṣe Wùmí èmi ní N Wùmí èmi kò ní N wọ́n ní aláti ṣàkíyèsí yẹn náà. Ìkejì ọjọ́ ìbí wa nítorí pé àwọn kọ̀ǹpútà ìbí wa nítorí máa ní kakọ nítorí mo ti rí yẹn ní dáadáa nígbà tó jẹ́ pé ẹlòmíì bóyá December ni jẹ́ pé 03/12 that is 3rd of December níbo mi ó lè jẹ́ 12/3 which is March 12 but bó ṣe ń gbé sígbà mi ẹ̀rí máa wá jẹ́ month before day ẹ̀rí máa wá jẹ́ day before month mo ti rí àti jẹ́ pé December 3rd tó jẹ́ pé December 3rd yẹ kó retire because the person freelance sínú kọ̀ǹpútà March 12 lọ stop salary ẹ̀ wọ́n láti lọ máa ṣe àjọ ìpínlẹ̀ kò rí bẹ́ẹ̀ o December tó àwọn òkè month àti day lọ́wọ́ interchange so ẹ jẹ́ ká máa wò yẹn náà dáadáa it's very very important. Then ìkejì àbí ìkẹta ni wípé wọ́n sọ̀rọ̀ nípa pé next of kin àti beneficiary most of us next of kin la máa ń fi jòó lọ́wọ́ ní record of service wa nísìnyí láì àtọ́júbà ìbẹ̀rẹ̀ PFA àkìrí àwa ń ṣe àti Lagos State ṣe insurance wa à ń ní beneficiaries so next of kin wa that is why they need to do the update tá à ń ṣe ń sìn ẹlòmíì ìlú ẹgbẹ́ bọ́ ṣe sọ ẹlòmíì ìlú wa àwa ọkùnrin ní o àti obìnrin ní kẹjọ ọkùnrin ká tó márì Mr. làbí Mr. nìjẹ́ Mr. bẹ̀títà tí ìníyàwó nígbà níta gbaṣẹ́ ẹlòmíì ìlú wa lórúkọ àbúrò wa ẹlòmíì ìlú wa lórúkọ bàbá wa ẹlòmíì ìlú wa lórúkọ ìyá wa nísìnyí ẹjẹ lọ rẹ́kọ̀dù wa dáadáa tó bá jẹ́ ní bẹ́ẹ̀ nǹkan bẹ́ẹ̀ la ṣe ń gbà yẹn ẹ jẹ́ ká padà lọ èmi náà mo ṣe gbà tí mo wọṣẹ́ lóòótọ́ kẹ́lẹ́ bá ṣe sọ ẹni tẹ́mi náà jẹ́ tí mo yàn gẹ́gẹ́ bí girlfriend nígbà yẹn mo fi sí ṣùgbọ́n Ọlọ́run wá ṣe Ọlọ́run bá mi ṣe ni wípé mo fẹ́ so nǹkan tí mo wá ṣe ní ti pé mo fi orúkọ ìyàwó mi pọ̀ mọ́ akọ lẹ́tà sí ẹ̀ staff for mainstream mo wà mo kọ lẹ́tà sí ẹ̀ staff lókè náà next of kin mo ní opportunity at least èèyàn méjì mo fi ìyàwó mi sí mo lè fi àkọ́bí mi sí mo kọ lẹ́tà sí ẹ̀ staff lókè next of kin àti next of change of address as residential address mi mo lè kọ lẹ́tà pé ibi báyìí gbé sí next of kin ní sí kọ́ lágbájá báyìí ẹ̀kọ́ máa fi ló máa kọ relationship wa mo kọ wife èkejì mo kọ daughter so nítorí ìdí ẹjẹ́ àlọ́wò dáadáa director of public affairs ní office deputy governor I lose staff wa kan láìpẹ́ ṣùgbọ́n ìgbà tí mo fẹ́ ka kọ́ níbẹ̀ ni pé ẹ jọ̀ọ́ mo tọrọ gáfárà ẹ̀ máa mi ẹ jọ̀wọ́ ẹlòmíì inú wa torí kò sẹ́ni tó mọ̀ ọlọ́run pẹ̀lú bá wa ló ń pọ̀ wa mọ̀ ṣe nǹkan tí ó ṣẹlẹ̀ nínú pé màmá yẹn ọ̀nà fọ̀rùn kẹ́ wọ́n sì wọ́n fẹ́ ọkọ kan láàárọ̀ ọjọ́ ayé wọ́n bímọ fọ́kọ yẹn wọ́n fi ọkọ yẹn sílẹ̀ àmọ̀kan tó ṣẹlẹ̀ wọ́n wá lọ fẹ́ ẹlòmíì unfortunately oṣù ọlọ́run ní iṣẹ́ ọlá wọn bí ọmọ fún ọkọ tìbí tó wà lọ́dọ̀ ẹ̀ ṣùgbọ́n torí pé bẹ́ẹ̀ bàbá yẹn ta àwọn ọmọ yẹn tán pẹ̀lú wọn wọ́n wá ṣe ìdorúkọ àwọn ọmọ yẹn sí orúkọ bàbá tó wà ní ẹ̀sìn ṣùgbọ́n nínú birth certificate àwọn ọmọ wípé káwọn ọmọ máa jẹ́ bóyá Rufus ní ọkọ àkọ́kọ́ jẹ́ Rufus gbogbo àwọn yẹn jẹ́ ìgbà táwọn kọ́kọ́ tó di pé wọ́n lọ fẹ́ èmi ti bí Rufus yẹn lọ́ ti kọ sínú record of service sí wọn record wọn níbẹ̀. So àwọn ọmọ sì wọ́n wá di wípé ta ni wọ́n bàbá tó orúkọ the only one tó correspond ní àkọ́bí wọn. Unfortunately ìyẹn ti wá ṣaláìsí. So ọmọ tí yẹn wá bí wọ́n lórúkọ ọmọ yẹn náà. But we have difficulty in ensuring okay who do we now fill in the form. So nítorí ìdí èyí gbogbo kíní ó ṣe pàtàkì fún wa ẹ jẹ́ àpadà ká lọ wò ó káwọn rẹ́kọ̀dù wa so that it's still redeemable now. Lágbára náà ọwọ́ wa la máa fi gbẹ̀tọ̀ wa o. Ṣùgbọ́n gbogbo àwọn nǹkan tó yẹ kí a mójútó òun nìyí. Eléyìí gangan ó ṣe pàtàkì. Lórí ètò yìí oríṣiríṣi àgbéyẹ̀wò àti àtúnṣe ni wọ́n ti ṣe. Tàbá mú tẹ́lẹ̀tẹ́lẹ̀ nígbà tó bẹ̀rẹ̀ 7.5 ṣùgbọ́n nísìn àwa ti ń ṣe 8 ìjọba ti ń ṣe 10. Ẹ jẹ́ máa wo bó ṣe ń wọlé bí aláàtì yẹn ṣe ń wọlé lóṣooṣù. Nígbà míì ó lè jẹ́ bí oṣù méjì bẹ̀rẹ̀ wọ́n á sẹ̀ǹdẹ̀ ẹlòmíì email wọ́n sẹ̀ǹd email ẹlòmíì text message wọ́n sẹ̀ǹd sí wa. Gbogbo ohun kíní ló yẹ kí a yẹ̀wò dáadáa. Ẹ̀mú ọ̀pọ̀ àwọn yòókù náà ó yé wa ṣùgbọ́n àwọn tó ṣe pàtàkì jù nínú ẹ̀ tó jẹ́ pé ó bá onílé ó bá àlejò wa àwọn ni mo ti yànyàn náà yẹn. Àwọn yòókù wípé ọ̀nà méjì lọ ṣe tẹ́lẹ̀ ṣùgbọ́n tó ti pín sọ̀nà bíi 6 wọ́n ṣàlàyé yẹn fún wa gòkè àwọn ọkọ̀ tá bá jẹ́ bí ọmọ ọdún 18 sí 49 ọdún wọ́n ní bọ́ ṣe ń ṣe jẹ́ pé àwọn tí wọ́n gbowó wa yẹn wọ́n lè fowó wa ṣe kíni wọ́n lè fi ṣòwò èyí tó pọ̀ nínú ẹ̀ lè fi ṣòwò jẹ́ pé wọ́n á lè mú èrè wá fún wa. Wọ́n lè ní àwọn fúnra wa lè sọ pé òkè mo fẹ́ kẹ́ àmì mọ́ wọn bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn mo fẹ́ kẹ́ fowó mi sí wọ́n yà á lè pọ̀. Wọ́n náà yẹn wà. Wọ́n náà wọ́n àti àwọn èèyàn ní ìdá 95 nínú owó wọn wọ́n gbà wọ́n fi bá wọn wọ́n kọ́ fi ṣòwò ẹlẹ́mà ní òkè nítorí pé mo sì jẹ́ ọmọ ọdún 18 sí 49 ọdún ètò ẹ̀ bá mi ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀. Wọ́n ní àwọn kan wà tó jẹ́ pé the same age bracket ni wọ́n ṣùgbọ́n àwọn yẹn nítorí pé wọ́n ti ní bí ọdún bíi mélòó kan lẹ́nu iṣẹ́ ìjọba wọ́n ní àwọn yẹn náà bíi ìdá 95 nínú owó wọn wọ́n lè fi bá wọn ṣòwò láti pé owó yẹn pọ̀ sí. Ìdá 55 wọ́n lè máa fi bá wọn tọ́jú ẹ̀. Wọ́n ní irú àwọn àtọ́jọ́ pé a ti lé ní 50 ọdún lọ sókè. Wọ́n ní ètò lè ṣe pé ìdá 10 péré nìkan wọ́n fi ń ṣòwò. Ìdá 100 tó kù wọ́n ní wọ́n bá wa tọ́jú ẹ̀. Wọ́n ní ìdẹ̀ tó bá fi bá balẹ̀ òní àwọn tó jáwọ́ ti fẹ̀yìntì àwọn yẹn yàgbé ìdá bíi 5 péré ni wọ́n lè lò láti bá wọn sọ láti pé wọ́n mú èrè wá fún wọn. Ju gbogbo ẹ̀ lọ ni wípé a ní láti rí i wípé gbogbo nǹkan tó yẹ kí a ṣe láti mú ìdẹ̀rùn bá wa nígbà tí ó jẹ́ pé a bá fẹ̀yìntì. Ṣẹ̀pẹ̀lẹ̀ kan mo sọ wípé síwájú mo sọ pé àníṣe ìjọba tó jẹ́ pé ó kó oṣù kan àbí ó kó oṣù méjì dáhùn ẹ bá wa sọ fáwọn yòókù wa náà níjọba ìbílẹ̀ kákàkiri pé esma ìjọba ó kó oṣù méjì àbí ó kó oṣù kan tá à ń lọ la máa ṣe máa kọ lẹ́tà pé mo fẹ́ rìtáyà. Ó gbọ́ tí òfin sọ pé ó kéré jù ó kó oṣù 6. Nígbà ẹ̀kọ́wé pé mo lọ ní oṣù 6 síwájú sí i ṣe pé ìjọba máa stop owó yín o wọ́n ní stop owó oṣù yín o ẹsẹ̀ máa gbówó oṣù yín lọ ṣùgbọ́n pé tó rẹ̀ gbogbo ètò tó yẹ kẹ́ ẹ ṣe gbogbo ètò tó yẹ ká ṣe pé nígbà tó máa di pé ìgbà yẹn wá dé òṣìṣẹ́ àti máa bá sọ pé ẹ̀ṣẹ̀ ń retí òun ni gbogbo ìyẹn wà fún ẹ lọ sọ́ọ̀fù center of service ìgbé staff quarters o mi ìgbà housing loan o má fi ìwé yẹn wá kọ́ sọ́rọ́ ṣe pé ókè o lágbájá báyìí kọ́ o Mr. Ṣẹ́gun Ògúndèjì kọ́ kò gba housing loan o kò gba car refurbishment loan o kò jẹ ìjọba lówó o tó bá jẹ ìjọba lówó nígbà tó bá ń lọ nínú owó wọn wọ́n máa yọ o tó nítorí díẹ̀ ìgbòho tó bá ṣe pò yẹn gbogbo yòókù kíákíá ni èrèkọ́ tí gómìnà wa pinnu ní pé àníṣe àwọn fẹ́ jẹ́ pé èyí ni last day Mr. Rufai o, Mr. Rufai, wọ́n certificate yìí rè é ṣe kan. Nǹkan tí ìjọba ìpínlẹ̀ Èkó tí gómìnà wà tí wọ́n ń pinnu láti ṣe nìyẹn. Náà lẹ̀dẹ̀ màmá màdàmú lè jẹ́ pé àgbájọwọ́ báyìí la fi ń sọ̀yà tó ṣe bí òwe. So on this note, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I think I've done justice to what Mr. Billy presented. So now I would like to invite Mr. Damola Bashoru from S Life Assurance to make a presentation on annuity, by annuity service provider. Mr. Damola, you're welcome.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Carol, Jesus, àti kí adé sọ nìyẹn ọjọ́ ògbà pẹ̀ lọ́kẹ́. Orúkọ mi ni Damola Bashoru. I'm here to represent the annuity providers. My brother and colleague here from Trust Fund slightly mentioned something about the options available to you on retirement. Now, where I'm going to start from, I hope you don't mind me mixing Yoruba. I am here to educate you. I'm not here to sell you anything, just for us to get to knowledge. It's a very important thing. I like to say, education is expensive. Buy it, try it. So today I'm talking to you on something I have titled the Pension Fund Administration of Nigeria and the needs for it life after retirement. I wish I was involved presentation, but not to waste our time, let me quickly go. What are the things I'm going to cover? Now, retirement is something that everybody knows is going to happen, but not everybody is planning to. Two of us. Now, let me ask a golden question to the women that are here. How will we talk? Ìgbà ọ̀nà máa ń mọ̀ ìpẹ̀ lóyún. Ìjọba ti ní spaces nìkan ni. Ok. Ìgbà ọ̀nà máa bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí tọ́jú omi yẹn. Ìgbà wo? Ìjọ tẹ bá mọ̀ ìpẹ̀ lóyún. Ok. Ẹni mélòó ló mọ̀ ipò bá ìbáyà mi? Ẹni mélòó ló ti fi best retirement? So that kò ní báyọ̀ lójijì. Àlejò tó lọ́jọ́ ni is going to come. Ẹ̀rọ ti dé tán fáwọn ọkọ̀ òkè. Now, tí ẹ bá wò bí ẹlòmíì ti wà lẹ́nu iṣẹ́ ìsìn for over 30 years. Tí ẹ bá rántí ẹ̀ á dàbí àná. Ọjọ́ ti lọ, ọ̀bí àná ló ṣe ní bó ṣe máa ń rí. Now, retirement is something everybody is doing. Either we like it or not. By fire, by force. The only way you can miss retirement from time it comes, no more. And that shall not be any of our portion. Now, retirement is a time of employment. It's actually a time to do a lot of things that a lot of people have never had time to do. One of the things I advise people to do in retirement, I said you have a lot of time. Retirement. There is nothing you cannot do after retirement. You can learn new skills. Then I saw a man in Japan at the age of 75. He's now the biggest app developer for agent people in Japan. He started learning how to, he's now 89. Started learning how to code, how to develop app at 75. Are you getting me, sir? So Being old doesn't mean you are useless. But you are not even old. You are just 60 years young. A lot of you are still going to go to 100. Some of you are going to get to 90. Are you getting it? So the 30 years that you still have, you can make wonderful use of them. And that is why, like I said, I'm here to inform the people of retirement. How will you have a retirement? Retirement is something we look forward to enjoy because everything, take care of it, there for us. Now, I will start by saying, going to the Pension Reform Act. You know that this law was passed in 2004 for the federal government, 1st of April 2007 for the state government. Now, when the government passed this law, there were 4 things in their mind. Akoko, there were challenges with the pension fund, direct benefits, owó àtẹlẹ. Kí làwọn challenges? For Sanwó-Dede, 2 of us. It was not transparent. It was not transparent. Then, another thing was that even though, what's it called? The challenges under those ones was that the people in the public sectors are taken care of, while the people in the private sectors are left out. So the essence of this law now is to ensure that everybody is not taken care of. And some of you will also have part of the problem that the old scheme had. Let me give you a very good example. We were working with, let's say, Oshu State, and we relocated to Lagos. We change your service to Lagos. The pension you give, or the time you give while you were in Oshu State, will Lagos State count it together? No. So you have to go and fight whatever you have with Oshu State from Oshu State. Lagos will only contribute, concern themselves with the time you spend with them. But under this new scheme, as you are going to another state, what do you go along with? Your PIN number. As you are moving, some of you move from private sector to the public sector, and some people move from the public sector to the private sector. But you are just going to it, there is my income number, continue paying my pension, there is nothing lost. So the new pension scheme came with a lot of advantage, and government said there were 4 things in the mind of government when they look at those things. We call them the objective of the pension, this pension reform act. And one of the objectives is that, 1, to ensure that everybody, who works in Nigeria is entitled to retirement benefit. Another thing is to uniform the laws that govern retirement in Nigeria. So all of you will see that they're talking to some states have started adopting. Formerly it was only Lagos State, and Delta State joined, Kaduna has joined. Other states have started joining the contributory pension scheme. But in Toshiba Barry is what my colleague from Transport said. Your pension, your retirement is your responsibility. So take care of it. People, sir. Your retirement, your responsibility. So don't take care of it. There used to be an advert. If I don't take care of them, who will? How many of you remember? The same thing goes to your retirement. Nobody can take care of your retirement for you, like yourself. If you leave it to others, that's what Dama was saying. You will just discover, maybe for a whole year, your contribution is missing. Don't leave your responsibility to another person. Your retirement is your responsibility. You take care of it. So how do you take care of your retirement? There are basically things what you do. Like some of them have said, ensure that you register with a PFA. So that the government's contribution is going, your contribution is going. Another thing that you should ensure you will do is ensure your data with your PFA are complete. So that when they are sending notifications, you can have them. Now, also, very importantly, ensure that you monitor your statement. Request for it maybe once a year. Take time to look at employer contribution, employee contribution. You now know that it is 8% and 10%. Abi, you know what is being deducted from your payslip. It should correspond to what is going into your payslip so that when you retire, it will be easy to assess your benefits. Now, let's simply go. At section 7 of the Pension Reform Act, it actually talks about retirement benefits. When you get to time to retire, what are the things you have for? About 25 minutes. Okay. Okay. So back to what I was saying. When you are retiring, government did one wonderful thing. Just like the old scheme was, so is the new scheme. You just need to understand that. The only difference is that maybe terminology. Now, under the old scheme, when you retire, you are entitled to what is called gratuity, two of us. Now, what I said to it is that under the old scheme, it was public transparent, you don't know what you're going to get. But under the new scheme, you know what to expect. The law has said you cannot collect less than 25% and more than not more than 50% on whatever you have in that account, depending on your monthly pension. Now, let me take note, let me make a caveat here. The contributory pension scheme is actually to take care of your monthly pension, to ensure that you have money to take care of you in old age. That is the essence of the contributory pension scheme. What you get as gratuity, what you get as lump sum, now that we call it, is an add-on. That's why during the Laspec board presentation, I've had this man say all the time. Even the governor the other time said, "Emma lọ fi fẹ́yà wò mí o." Well, lèmi tó bí wà lẹ̀ obìnrin ò lè fẹ́ kọ̀ bí èmi. Ọkùnrin náà ló lè fẹ́yà wò mí. Then another thing to ọba sọ ni pé ẹ̀yin mẹ́fì ní pé owó yóò pọ̀. So the governor himself said that. The governor himself gave you that advice. So some of you can relocate to the village now. If not fair will village, 5,000 it is already. And it's already our 20,000. And it's going to village. There are houses in the village that they all pay. It's possible at So now going forward, now the law actually, I want to point out, there is a part of that law that said that to allow provident individual. I wish I could show that one. But now I said pension is your responsibility. Now, when you collect your lump sum from the PFA, there is a balance that is left in the PFA. What do you do with that balance? Now, that money is yours, but like I always say, also not you. That money is meant to make sure that you have money coming in on a monthly basis, take care of you in old age. Yes, I know you spent money on us, your children. You expect that your children, well, I used to say, thank God for Babasuki. Babasuki, no come, no wake up. Only, look at your father. Ọmọ tó bá wà tó sí, àbí ètò bá gbọ́ bẹ́ẹ̀. Àbí ìkọ́kọ́ ẹ̀ bá lóbi. Ṣé ìgbà tí mo sọ yẹ yìí? So now it is not right for us to be looking at our children as our retirement plan. We are putting undue and unnecessary pressures on those children. Àbí mo parọ́? So don't look at them as a retirement plan. Now, that is why the Lagos State is doing a very wonderful thing. Now, if you retire Lagos State less than 5 years, less than someone you've collected your benefit. Now, when your money, the money that is now left in the PFA, or that is supposedly left in the PFA, you have two options. The first option is you stay with your PFA. Stay with your PFA. Your PFA will put your what is called program monthly or quarterly withdrawal. Now, the essence of the program monthly or quarterly withdrawal is to pay you your monthly pension over an expected lifespan. The second option is where companies like mine comes in. The companies we call life insurance. Insurance company makes money or not. I get you. They have to pay you till you die. Under the other side, investment risk is on you. You bear the risk with them. Another thing with one annuity staff and advantage is that when the retiree dies under annuity, the family don't have to be running enter skelter. The other was telling people the difference between beneficiaries and next of kin the other time. Well, the difference is that a next of kin is who do we call on the event of an eventuality. That person we are calling it doesn't necessarily have to be a beneficiary from the proceeds of that. Now, the beneficiary is who is to benefit from the proceeds of that. So under annuity, you don't need to go and be looking for lawyer to do will or anything. If anything happens to you, your family, your children, your wife, they just walk to the insurance company and say, yes, our daddy has died. How much does he have as balance? And they will pay it to them. All they need to identify themselves and prove that they are who they say they are, and they will be paid. But under the other side, they also pay. But the thing is that if a retiree dies without a will, they is said to be that the person died interstate. Now, they have to go through some process, go to lawyer, get the letter of administration. By the time the letter is out, the bill must be admitted to probate fee and everything. So all those things are part of it. Now, that is why all these balance, the troubles, people are actually here. Everything has been taken care by the insurance company. So you come to the insurance company, hopefully lock up balance, because no matter what happens, you are going to enjoy your pension till old age. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much for that presentation. I'm sure the days were spent and all tires takers have spoken, taking note of it. So just for the last presentation, I would like to invite Mrs. Please let's dance together for you, please. I hope we are jotting down our questions. And so on this note, I would like to invite Mrs. Morenike Makinde for our presentation. Morenike Makinde, please. Is that dance together for our please? At least we are gender friendly. At least we've had men, so let's hear what ladies have to say. Women in the house, yes!
Tẹ́ ẹ bá ti sọ èsì, ẹ máa padà wá bá wa bíbá yìí. Ẹ̀yà sọ èsì lẹ́sìn. Good afternoon, sir. Good afternoon, ma. I'll make it very brief for you. Okay? We have already done this for employees within the ministry. The contributory pension person from the PFA, I will only tell you two or few of when you retire. I will tell you few things we have noticed in the local government. Processing pension in local government. There are few things we have noticed. They have also raised that issue during the presentation from the PFA. Some people have the idea that nickname ẹlòmíì gan wọ́n ti sọ lórúkọ tó jẹ́ woman kan wà tó kú kọ̀ọ̀kan lórúkọ wọn gan pàápàá bò wọ́n máa ń travel bọ̀ táwọn èèyàn máa ń pè wọ́n tó kú bọ̀ tẹ̀wọ̀n pé tó kú bọ̀ wà nínú fáìlì. I am not joking. And then when it is time for you to get your pension, àwa máa insist pé kò tó wà lórí fáìlì la máa kọ ní change o MC BVN and all of that nǹkan tẹ́ ẹ bá ti gbé kúrò kẹ́tó retire orúkọ yẹn náà la máa ṣe we will not change it. Another key thing you must note is the date of birth. Ó common fún wa a máa ń gbàgbé tó ṣe mọ̀ pé ọjọ́ pẹ́ ó ti yé ní ìmọ̀ Yorùbá yẹn dáadáa kọ̀ọ̀kan tí mo mọ̀ ní mo sọ. Some of us, when we join the service, usually we will join with our original birth date. But our today service on our pé bẹ́ẹ̀ kọ́ wọ́n ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀ kọ́ tó fẹ́ lọ́ngbà tó gbé 16. Ìbá ó ṣe ara ẹ ló ṣì wà pa yìí. Wọ́n wá sọ fún wa pé ká dọ́gbọ́n sí wò kò sọ fọ́ tó ń dá sí. Because at the point, you know, when you join the local government service, they already have some documents with them. You will not have access. Even when you make that changes, the original file here will be over. You won't see it. You won't have access to it. Okay? So what you think you have changed from one local government to another, the original file won't become. So even if they move you from one local government to another, the original file is what we will use when it is time to make payment. That was a way that information telephone affect the other ones. It will not change anything because when you join the service, we already have that information. So, ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ wà tó ti retire tó rí gbogbo gbà. Kò sí pension, kò sí kankan wọn lówó gbà. Di ní pé wọ́n ti overstay. Owó tá a fẹ́ fún wọn bí ó ti ju owó tí wọ́n jẹ ìjọba lọ. They won't get anything. And that is not the end. Ìyẹn tó fẹ́ gbà ń bí tán rí gbà. Ìtọ́ wà PFA wọn tún ní rí gbà. So it's double jeopardy. It is important that your information is correct and accurate now. I'm not talking about death. I'm just talking about what I want to say. Let's tidy it up. Mo fẹ́ ṣe 35 years ni o. Mo fẹ́ Japan. It is not important. That information must be correct and valid. Information tẹ́ bá ní pẹ̀lú local government yìí or local government service commission, ensure that that's the same information you have with the PFA. Tell your bad Japa. You know one thing about Japa that I can tell you. People have left the service with the mindset that they don't know for what. I agree, but maybe no one is so be sharata, if I maybe no one. But you will find out that you will have need for that money. So tell about it, what I served, right? You will now want to come back and access that money. It will be very cumbersome. Tell about right now. So if you are here, you want to travel, it's fine. Ensure that your information, clear everything that needs to be cleared before you leave. I cannot wait until somebody will help you. You find out that a lot of people will not be able to help you to resolve it. Another information is the next of kin. Our MC, so we see every day. Just because of that same issue. Bàbá mi jẹ́ Adé Olú Afọlábí, àwọn ọmọ jẹ́ different Sunday, tani next of kin, àwọn ọmọ láwọn ẹ̀tọ́ wà. How is it like this? Ṣẹ́yìn mi, mọ́mí mi dà, mọ́mí wọn náà ti kú. And then it's complicated. Oògùn bàbá yẹn, nobody will have access to it anymore.
I don't imagine it's the last piece. Probably the last piece. I'm tired. What am I doing? My whole price piece.
Okay, bí o fẹ́ fi all right, so I'm trying to hasten the process. Bí o lè fẹ́ repeat but on so I'm only telling you the things that are very critical. What is your benefits? Contributory pension scheme for me. I'm sure you already know that contribution to TITA and your living pension is only 8%. Ìjọba 10% also. A lot of us are seated here at RSA because care. The time will come when you will have need for it. You can visit your PFA now. Ẹgbà statement yìí, ẹ má ní ẹ fún mi nítòṣù. Ìgbà tí mo ti wọ iṣẹ́ láti 1st of April 2007, ẹ fún mi statement yẹn mo fẹ́ rí. Ìṣe pé torí pé ẹ fẹ́ retire o. Go through that statement month on month. Bẹ́ẹ̀ náà ṣe break it down fún mi April 2007, May 2007, up to date. Ẹ check bóyá oṣù yẹn pé or not. Tí o bá pé, pick your pay slip for that month and check. Ṣé wọ́n deduct pension kúrò nínú owó mi? If pension contribution was deducted, bring that pay slip and come to Laspec. Ẹ jẹ́ ká bá yín reconcile account nísìnyí tẹ̀ tí retire. A lot of people who retire have missing months of about 5 years. It is not just the money that is the problem. Kì í ṣe pé owó tí wọ́n sọ sínú account yẹn ni problem. Is that you've already lost income. Our PFA, they use that money for investment. When they invest the money, they will give you part of the profit. So even if Tababa is Shabobo, it's losing. So even if you are on the same grade level with somebody who has kept, note of all the funds don't want it, attention keep the jollow. Even the badge of retire, a badge of the same day, promotion same day. So we have to take note of things like that. Another thing, the pension law, the Lagos State pension law, was enacted in 2007. So if you take your comprehensive RSA statement, April 2007, some of us are seated here 2010, it means that you have lost 3 years of not just your contribution, but government's contribution and income for that 3 years. So those are the things, don't find the differential theory. So, Under the Lagos State pension law has been reviewed 2 times. So it was enacted in 2007, it was reviewed in 2019 and in 2021. Mo fẹ́ fún yín ní few things nínú nǹkan tá a ti ṣe. The first one is àwọn tó bá dismiss for dismissal PDO, please pay attention. If you are dismissed for, we already know why anybody can be dismissed. Before now, under the 2007 law, ẹni yẹn tó bá ní accrued right, because à ń pè ní owó iṣẹ́ tẹ̀ ti ṣe tẹ́lẹ̀, that person will lose that money. Secondly, owó tó ti contribute both government and TTL nìkan ló máa gbà lọ́lé kò ní gbà ti government, but that law has been amended. So when that person is dismissed, you get both employee and employer's contribution. So kì í ṣe pé ẹ̀dá owó employer padà kò sí yẹn mọ́. So whoever is dismissed has right to both employee and employer's contribution. I've mentioned the issue about record keeping. Hello, check record of service here right now. After today, please do that service to yourself. Go and update your record. As married, I can't even start explaining the cases that we have. Hello, update it. Things have changed. You're now married. Please update that record. Contract staff. Contract staff. What? Yes, other labor law will be contract staff. What? And she won't be contract staff. It wasn't the contract staff or pension people. No. Under the pension law, contract staff are pensionable. So, the contract staff, local governments, all local governments, landlord, right now, with this information, everybody is entitled to pension contribution. And whether a that person must also receive their pension. All right, few things I want to talk about. Our bottom pay unspecified. A lot of us are still here. Pension work only but it's going into the wrong account. What is ṣàlàyé yẹn fún yín? Ẹlòmíì orúkọ tó rí kò ń ṣorúkọ ẹ̀ in full. Your money, you are seeing it, one deduct, but it's not going to your RSA. How would you know? Tell about statement, how are you going to know? So you need to look for it. There are some accounts. Our will be by the unspecified account. So RSA, yes, because errors either in the PIN number that we gave them or in our name, the sequence of the name. Please tell our statement you will not know. You will just lose all this money. Until they are retired, they must be more important. Whether you are living voluntarily or statutorily, it's important for you to check that information. I won't be wrong PIN not here me. Orúkọ money, want your pension or wrong PIN. And you know basically. Because that money, that's your account to my loan, my warehouse, until then, bad day to say what's going on. That is when that account can be reconciled for you. So we have people here also with wrong PIN, wrong PFA. Some of us, so all these PFAs will come to you, come and open account. You just give them your name. You did not even follow up. But they open an account for you, and you are not aware. Now you didn't do anything with them, and then you now open another account with the PFA of your choice. Now you have 2 PINs, because PIN 10-year rate for me, that account still exists, and by rule, that first account is not an account. You need to be conversant. PIN number. If you don't know, you can't blame government for everything. That is our own responsibility. All right. Then I will go back to that way. contribution títí wọn tún remit sínú account wọn. So government contribution, which is the 10%, ó wọlé, but títí yí gbogbo that one leg kò wọlé. You will not know. You can see I'm specifying different cases. This is your responsibility. It's not the state government's responsibility. Please ensure that all of this is done. I do not want to go over that statement repeating what has been said. Ensure that your documentation is complete. Everywhere has already retirement, that's a different matter entirely. So I can't say we are leaving tomorrow. That's why we're not talking about retirement documentation. We're only telling you things that are unique to you whilst they are serving right now. And check documents. PDOs, please, we are appealing to you. All pension desk officers, please ensure that you give the right information. Then we'll go back to the head of service, duly represented by the PSO. There is no need. Why? Because the state is almost on autopilot in terms of payments. I want to launch June 2024. So there is really no need to delay. The fact that you are going to retire in 3-4 years does not mean that you cannot tidy up your documents. Put those things together. The value of share and the follow and the money. But we want to buy you shake on. I want to find your copy back. It has nothing moves. And by way, we'll say go to your way. I'm a friend. What is important is that your documents are in top shape and keep record. You see, we're emphasizing record because what we see breaks our hearts. What we see, just because any tidy of record. You have worked for this money, no matter how small. I want to have another old skill. You know that you won't carry no. But once of you pay one day, empty company. And that's the same way we should, be careful about things that concerns us. Just your responsibility that was suffering entirely up. Get to your PFA. Don't wait for monthly alert alone. Get that statement. Tell Baba and just chasing. When you wait till retirement, you have lost time. Keep inflation. It's already beating that money. It's such nonsense. So if you don't do what you ought to do now, at the end of the day, you get no value. Okay, I think that's where I'm going to end my own discussion. They told you so much. We are very glad that you came. If you have questions, just for a few people, and we will address them. Thank you very much.
Àti wọ́n yẹn ni kí wọ́n ti jẹ́ kí iṣẹ́ mi kó dínkù jẹ. Nígbà tí ẹ̀sán kankan kò ní ìdí àdúgbò. All right. Yes. I only need to add just one thing. And that thing is very, very important to every one of us. Nígbà tí wọ́n fẹ́ kájọ ọ̀nà ẹ̀kọ́ wọn ní pé níbi báyìí o, wọ́n gbó lọ́wọ́ èèyàn kankan. Àwọn òdèfẹ́ rọ̀ wá. Mo fẹ́ rọ̀ wá kí a jọ. Let us be our brother's keeper. Ẹ jẹ́ a máa rọra wa lọ́wọ́. Ìbùkún Ọlọ́run ni mo nílà láì fi làálàá. Ẹ má jẹ́ àyè wípé nítorí èèyàn kan wá láti ẹ̀kọ́ bíbẹ̀ láti pósẹ́sì dọ́kúmẹ́ntì tàbí ìpọ̀pọ̀ ká wá sọ di wípé ìgbésọ̀ pé ẹ lọ mú wá. Etí wá ń kú nígbà yìí náà. That people always say, "Can't go over and the woman come for worship." And John to go. They can share. Our God was my blessed to us. Please, let's help ourselves. Shouldn't make it imagine that anything imagine a silly. Because of this about 6 about 11, you ain't going to about you go to find Nigeria civil. And John to know long. Anybody that is due for retirement, once it's at desk, please let's do it wholeheartedly and see the end of Almighty God bless us. So please, if you have questions, just take a few questions because the time is fast spent. So just tell us your question. But please, if peradventure the question you're about to ask has been asked by an earlier speaker, please just say, okay, that's the question I want to ask. So this side, anybody that wants to ask question here? None. Yeah, one. Just take number. One. Only one. Okay, two. Two. Okay, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, 7. Okay, so Emma Bo, never break question. So just tell us your name, your question. Essentially, the protocol is there. We need the GG, the PS. Just my name is Black. You bear the mini. Bye. So I just need this first.
Sherry Rashidat is my name. The first question is please about the federal housing mortgage. Is there the least amount you need to have in your RSC before you can apply for it? Then secondly, if somebody left the service before 50 years old, how long do you need to wait before you can process your pension? Then I'm sorry to bring this in. I have a retiree who is clearance only. She came here in October and she was told to visit her PFA in 2 weeks. And she has been going there every 2 weeks to her PFA. They keep telling her that they don't care from Laspec. And last week, I think she came here, she was told to go back and they reach out to her. So I just want to suggest that why don't you give such person a phone number to always call instead of traveling down every now and then to get that. Thank you.
Thank you. I want to sure. Just to ask about the same but these are not many people. I've had it from that we have right to collect 50% of our money from the PFE, but no, they are not the same or even giving that to people. Just now today, I'm very about to try to say, explain it. My name is Awujano Tony from Alimosho government. My question is, in my own PFA, the amount is sent to me. I see contribution, I see gain, then I see current value. I want to know, is it the gain and the contribution that are added together? Then I want to ask, is it the current value that I have contributed to that gain? And is it the same amount that the government is going to add to it? Or they are different? That's what I want to say.
My name is Mr. Fashola from Oshodi Solo, local government. Formally, before I joined the local government, I've been in a private company. But my PA or whatever has not been added to this, to my present something now. But that's the problem I want to ask. That how can I link the previous listing that they've deducted for me for 4 years before I joined the local government? How can I link it to this present one now? That's number one. Number two question is that I'm in trust of my money has been deducted from the list. I always see growth and balance. I don't know the meaning of the growth and the balance. So I would like you people to explain better for us on this.
All my certificates local government So I was afraid 2008. All our basic then, but the payment for nothing was there. When there was deduction free. So my name is April from Contributory. I didn't want to see that, but I do receive bad written all sorts of things from the IBTC, which I informed them that I'm not dealing with them, but I have a comprehensive balance account from the student. That's my issue.
Good afternoon. My name is Olale. I came from the One, concerning what we heard on the share of order after the retirement, the first payment of 25%. Man, the situation of Kanamas for the government. I want to ask, and if it has been or it has been increased, that is one. Secondly, thank you very much for your presentation. Concerning the issue of pension people, a very serious issue. In my local government, the House of Staff will spend almost 15, 20 years. And they never belong to any pension scheme. Please, how do we go about that?
That was updated. By like all up for the I report.
We are do.
Inflation to affect our rates.
Please, can you have maintain a silence, please? Yeah, step out, please.
My question is inflation to affect our rates. So,
don't give it now.
Does it affect the pension that is being paid? Because I think if it does not, they should please look into it. Because the retiree is also going to be very so I think it should be reviewed when there is increment in salary for those who are still in the job. Retiree should also have.
So I'm just going to get response to the questions. Okay, all right.
Hey.
Okay, so for the questions pertaining to as it pertains to the scheme, I want it over to Mr. B. Okay, the clearance letter issue, the lady that asked that question, I'm trying to look for that idea. She covered it over here. Please, let's see immediately after this program. I will look into that. Service ledger. You work with the federal government, and then I hope you transferred your service to the Lagos State government. If you do not transfer, still, it doesn't matter. But at the point you joined, if you did not give them that PIN, do you understand? Please, can I see that so that I know what I'm talking about? When did you join federal government? And where did you leave? Did you transfer your service or did you left? What year?
Are you sure?
Okay. Private to local government. When you were in the private sector, were you under any PFA? NSITF, okay. When you are done, see this man, they are in charge of NSITF. Okay, so no, NSITF is even different. You see him still. He's the one on NSITF. Attend to that matter, okay? Father's name. I hear you are married. I'm looking, but you have not changed your name. and you intend to keep it like that till you retire. I'm just asking. You don't want to change this at all. No matter. Leave it like that. You are asking if it will affect your children. No, it won't affect your children. State it clearly, everywhere you go. These are my children. You can leave it like that. You don't have to change your name. You don't want to change from daddy's name to husband's name. There's no problem with that. If you don't want to change, the other thing will not go to school. Anyway, if there's no problem, just indicate that these people are my son and my daughter, and that's all. That's fine. Okay? We are deducting your pension contribution every month. Hello? If we deduct pension or remittance from your salary monthly, but it is not reflecting, and you are seeing happy birthday from IBTC, but you are with Crusader, that explains what I said initially. But they have that information at some point. The only thing that you have to be sure of is IBTC and ensure that go see owó come back. If you do data recapture with Crusader, then you will not have any issue. If you don't do data recapture with Crusader, IBTC, at some point you have to choose, and IBTC will win that matter. So if you want to be with your Crusader, do data recapture with Crusader, okay? Whatever IBTC, but still check with IBTC that you don't have any contribution there. If you do, they need to book that money to your Crusader, okay? So these are our own responsibility. Thank you very much for that man that told us about the non-pensionable staff. Please, let's see immediately after this gathering. If you have pensionable staff, please, I am appealing to you. That's all you need to do. So if you have somebody who has worked in local government for 15 years, but then the pension for the that's not fair. So please come forward. Let's know. Come to Laspec. And check out more details more so that we can write and do the needful. Okay? Please ensure your brother's deduction reflecting and your work every month. Look for the pay slip for that period. And the one pay slip motion. If it's every month, go and look for it. I've come to Laspec. Ask for the pension admin department. Pen and paste, they will reconcile your account for you. Okay? Salary increment. I hear your plea. But pension is all about law. We have guidelines. You can't just jump. Yes, there's salary increment for employees. We are not like that for people under the contributory pensions. So please, we are also waiting, engaging our stakeholders to ensure that our this salary increase, okay? I think that answers all the questions. Thank you.
I have some questions I could remember. One of our sisters asked that, how much do you have, or how much do you need to have for you to apply for that 25%? The law is not actually bent any amount. The law says 25% of what you have, you can come and apply for it. And we have seen people that had approval of 350, 400. Are you getting it now? So the process is with the mortgage lender, not with the PFA. So it's going to meet the mortgage bank, discuss with the mortgage bank, and then we help you to structure it. So the law did not put the minimum amount. So if you have 4 million, you can take 1 million. If you have less than, just calculate it 25% of it. But as I said, you meet your PFA. Then we also ask about the waiting time. That if you leave before the day, the law says you will stay 4 months after if you leave your service before the age of 50, you will wait 4 months after to apply for your pension. Then somebody asked about at retirement, why is it that we don't collect 50%? Why are we still talking about 25%? It is regulated by PENCOM. The PFA is out there. You say we can take 50%, I'll be happy because I'm also a worker. However, the law says that it is a minimum of 25% and maximum of 49.99%. It is not a cast in stone thing, but it's a function of what you have in the account and then the criteria for you to collect the money. There are 4 criteria for you to collect your money when you are living. Number 1 is your age as a retirement. Number 2 is your gender, your sex, whether male or female. If you notice, those of you that are female, you look at your PIN number, it is PEN200. If you look at the men are PEN100. Are you getting it now? It is for a purpose. The 3rd factor is your contributions, your total contribution in your RSC. That is principal plus income. The 4th factor is the last salary you received while you were working. That is like when you retire, you ask for your pay slip. So when they take these 4 documents, they will process. Some persons can take 50 or below 50. Some people can take 25% upward. I will give you a story because, as I said, I've been into this pension scheme since inception. There is a lady that retired from a local government from another state, not from Lagos State. They retired from Delta State. Delta State is also doing this pension scheme. I want you to listen very well. They are also doing this pension scheme. And when they were joining the scheme, the local government union advocated for, I don't know, the actuarial valuation when they were joining, they used their salary structure and it went up, especially for the nurses, those people that did community nursing and the metro. So they started the pension scheme exactly when Lagos started. She retired 2011. Please, are you listening? She retired in 2011 from local government, one of the local government in Delta State. So when she retired, the only contribution she has made was just 2 million because the scheme was just fresh. She retired in December 2011. So when they calculated her bond, what you wait for Laspec we give to those of you that have been working. Her bond came as 30 million because she was a metro. So the total money in her account was 32 million naira. She was already 62 as at 2013. She retired 2011 December. She was 62 as at 2013. So when she came to apply, the law, this same law that we are using, generated 16.5 million for her as a lump sum. If you look at 16.5 from 22, it's 50%. We cannot question it because we have a template. And that's the template. It just generated it out. Are you getting it now? It's not something that we can wrestle with, quarrel with, or fight about it. Then the law now says we should backdate our monthly pension from the very day she retired, which was December 2011. Our monthly pension was 132,000. So we calculated 132,000 for 16 months. If it was for 16 months that she has retired, she's not to no salary. The law says calculate the 132,000 multiplied by 16 months, which was about almost 2 million. We added to that 16 million, everything became 18 point something. Now she has retired since 2011. We started paying her monthly pension of 132 since May 2013. She has earned that money, 132, till 11 years now. That is, yes, she has earned it. If you calculate May in 2024, she has earned it for 11 months. 11 years, sorry. And you can see that she took almost 50% of her money. But there was a teacher who retired at the greatest level, the highest grade level in teaching. And her total money was 8 million. She was expecting to collect 4 million. But the template returned 3 point something million. She said, I will resign. that she was already budgeting to take 4 million. It is the template. As I told you, it's the template. Your age. Some of you do 30 years, 35 years of service, but you are not 60. Are you getting me? Some of you retire at age 60. So if two of you, the same grade level and step, retire the same day, you were on the same grade level, you get the same salary. Then you are 57, she is 60. You will not receive the same money. It is our template. Because of your age. Do you understand? So that's why some people take 25, some people be calculated to 30. But you may say, the PFA didn't cheat, it's what the template will done. Or the PFA use the same template. Are you getting what I'm saying now? They use the same template. Are you getting? So we don't wrestle with that particular template. So it's a function of what you. Somebody asked about the alert you receive. Hello? Somebody mentioned about the alert. You say the alert. You do get gain or growth, contribution, net contribution, and so on and so forth. What happened is that initially, PFA was saying what you receive that much, that is the contribution from the employer, the contribution from the employee. We started with however, some customers said, please, we should remove that total contribution because of this security. The reason is that if somebody is kidnapped, God forbid, and they see your text message, they don't know that that is a pension form that you don't have access to. They think it's a naira and value in your account. So all the PFA went back in there and said, okay, no need to be putting total balance. We will send you the total balance once in a while after you read that. Do you understand? So what you have is employee contribution, employer contribution, you have total contribution. Then some people say, my money not the group. We are managing your money, not the group, not the group. So we now decide to be putting groups. So sometimes if you check your phone, you will see total contribution 5 million. Your own net contribution 2.4 million. Gross 2.6 million. So if you add your own contribution, that is when they say net contribution, it's not just you, it's you and your employer. Are you getting it? So if you add your own and your employer together, it's 2.4. The growth, the PFA has grown your money, now your 2.4, they've grown it over time by 2.6 million. So the growth plus what the employer and you have contributed becomes your total contribution, which is 5 million. Do you understand? So anytime you see it, growth is your money. It's your money that we have grown to that figure. So everything belongs to you. Thank you very much.
On this note, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, we've come to the end of this program. I'm sure that we've gained a lot, and I'm sure that we're going to spread the gospel, tell people more about it, and let them know that this is all they need to know about contributory pension scheme. So on this note, we started with a prayer. I also want us to end with a prayer. Aijia, please can you lead us in the closing prayer?
We thank Almighty Allah for the success of this program. Pray to Almighty Allah to give it to the Lagos State Governor and all the commissioners, the head of service. We pray to Almighty Allah to always be with Laspec and its management. We pray to Almighty Allah to see us back home safely. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Rabbana atina fid dunya hasanatan wa fil akhirati hasanatan wa qina adhaban nar. Subhana rabbika rabbil izzati amma yasifun. Salamun ala mursalin walhamdulillahi
Thank you so much. The PGL saved you on your various destinations. What is the dispensation going to hold across the 5 divisions? So we can't today for division, so we are going to other divisions tomorrow and Thursday. So safe journey back to your parents' destination and God bless you all.
Yes, yes. I'm playing now.